Right, in this video, we're going to look at a pair of parallel lines cut by transversal, and we're going to identify the measure of certain angles. And we're going to talk about those here in a second, what kind of angles we're talking about. So let's get right to the picture. We are looking at parallel lines, and notice these two little extra arrows on these two lines. That means those two lines are supposed to be parallel. So they're parallel, and then this third line is what's called the transversal. And when you have that, you have 8 angles formed. You have 4 angles in one section there, and you have 4 angles in the other intersection there. Now, let's take a look at what we already know, that this angle here is 114 degrees. We're supposed to find angle 8. Angle 8 is over here. When two angles are formed by two intersecting lines and run across from each other, they're going to be congruent. That means they're going to have the same measure, and they're called vertical angles. These are vertical angles. Vertical angles have the same measure. We learned that back in chapter 3. So let's type in 114. Check. Boom. So, like my sound effects. Boom. In this one, we have two parallel lines, here and here, cut by a transversal, this other line here. And when you cut the line with the transversal, you have 8 angles formed. We know this angle is 121 degrees. We're supposed to find angle 5. Angle 5 is right across from it. These are vertical angles. Vertical angles will have the same measure. So let's type in 121. It doesn't matter which pairs. For example, when I go to look at this angle here, I know this is 55 degrees. I'm looking for the measure of angle 2. Angle 2 is over here. They're vertical angles. Remember that 6 and 7 would be vertical angles. And if we looked at angle 1, angle 4, those would be vertical angles. And so would angle 5 and angle 8. So you just got to remember what vertical angles look like, and they're going to be congruent, which means they have the same measure. So angle 2 will have the same measure as the 55-degree angle. Tap it in, hit enter, and that's how you do those problems.